lot of holistic environment, lot of holistic activities, and achieving 80% on par with the academic oriented schools is the biggest achievement. Every child and parent should feel proud and happy for this situation. And the other thing I would like to share is the Economic Times and Great Places to Work. Great Place to Work is the organization who ranks best places to work globally. So they ranked Oakridge as the best place to work in India as top 100 companies or top 100 organizations, and also ranked number 1 in the industry, in the education industry. What does it mean? We get best teachers. What does it mean about teachers are happy in this workplace? So I would like to tell you the other side of the coin also, then only it can be complete this thing. While I said we are the best place to work, while I say that my teachers are happy, we still have attrition. We feel that we are the lowest in the industry, but still there is attrition. When one teacher leaves in the middle of the academic year, 25 kids suffer. So we are trying to understand. It's not that they are not happy and leaving. There are a couple of other reasons, particularly people who are leaving in the middle of the year, mostly the spouses moving out or getting transfer, health issues, going on the family way. Couple of other reasons are the major reasons for the teachers, and we are working on that. Why I am sharing these things is every area we are improving year on year for last 15 years, still there are areas to improve. So we are not still world class, though we are aspiring to be world class. We are still at, as the report says, we are in the number 1 school in Hyderabad, or top 10 schools in Hyderabad, top 10 schools in the country, but not definitely in top 10 schools in the world, or not number 1 school in the world. We are aspiring to be there. We are aspiring to be the world's best schools category, and I am sure we will achieve it soon. One of the other thing I would like to share, again the other side of the coin, is the kind of issues happened last year and this year in the uniform and book stationery supply. Lot of mess up happened. My apologies for that one, what happened in the process. But I request your cooperation in this. Everything we are trying to improve, there is a challenge. Everything to improve is everywhere it is the innovation. Everywhere we try to add something new on the things, better things. When we are trying to new things, some new challenges come. Last year we had quality issues in the uniform. We tried and working on them and rectified a lot of them. This year we had supply issues. Kindly bear with us. Please understand the issues and challenges associated with that, because I see some of your WhatsApp group messages. Fortunately or unfortunately, I have a couple of friends in most of the groups you have, and I get all the messages, what is going on in this thing. Everywhere there is talk happening about all the small things, like for example, there's a discussion happening on the school diary. When we change the school diary, there's a lot of discussion happening in that. So please allow us to do something new. Please allow us to do some mistakes. Unless otherwise we do mistakes, unless otherwise we rectify those things. It's not that we do mistakes only, we rectify them also. So unless otherwise you allow us to do things, the new things won't come. Anything new has to come with going all through the cycles. I'm sure most of you must be seeing in the newspapers how many times you have seen Apple has introduced new version iOS and there are a lot of bugs. Every time they introduce new version and next day or next week they come up with the version 9.1, 9.1.0, 9.1.1, 9.1.2. Apple is the world's best company. And you can take out any of the best products, take a Mercedes for example. Lot of defects in that car. They are rectifying that. So how many times you have seen that Toyota and Honda calling their cars back, recall. So they are the world's best product. I used a Honda car for 9 years. So recently, last year, Toyota recalled 65 lakhs cars back. I actually cross-checked the data before coming to the numbers. 65 lakhs cars globally they called back. So Toyota is named for quality. So when they are trying to improve, and the most of the things are in airbags, seats, steering, brakes, such a crucial parts. And when they are, if they don't want to improve the brake, if they don't want to improve the safety through airbags, there are no issues. They need no need to recall. When we are trying to improve something, there are some mistakes happen. So please support us in this thing, and I assure you, we will work on all the issues, and I will make this school one of the best schools globally, and I will make all of you happy. And I'm so thankful for the support what you have given for the last 15 years. Thank you so much, and once again wish you happy founders.
Thank you, sir, for making us understand what it takes to progress.
Dr. Satyanarayana Chava is the founder and CEO of Laurus Labs Private Limited. He has a doctorate in organic chemistry from Andhra University and has done an executive MBA from ISB. He has also been featured on the cover of Forbes India for the meteoric rise of his startup over the last 8 years. He is reckoned as a very friendly CEO in his organization for his hands-on interaction with the chemists in his labs. He stands tall for the unique combination of his credentials with his expertise in chemistry and his business acumen. Sir, we are honored to have you here with us. We request you to address the audience.
Good evening. I congratulate management, faculty, staff, students, and parents as well. Our principal, Gustav, came with a printed presentation and a PowerPoint. I was wondering, I didn't bring any of those. And I was sitting next to Somi, he is writing on his scribbling pad, nice speech. I didn't have scribbling pad too at the time, so I was wondering what to do. And Rajshekhar had a main points written with bold font, and so he has points to remember. I was wondering what to do. And I also observed your school got 2 of my photographs. I was wondering they will use photographs depending on the speech, maybe. Yeah. And I also heard from the speakers, this is one of the top 10 schools in the country, and the best school in Hyderabad, and one of the best places to work for. I'm sure this is the best school to be the chief guest also. I'm not a good speaker. I was trying to understand why I was not a good speaker. I want to say to kids, especially students here, each one of us has no option to choose our parents. So we were born in a different regions, different socio-economic backgrounds, different educational capabilities as well. So I was born to a middle-class agriculture family. I used to walk 3 kilometers every day to go to school. And when I completed my 10th class, I was very happy after completing 10th class because I got 2nd class. Today, none of the kids are happy. Actually, kids may be happy, parents are unhappy if their kids get low marks. Those days, there was no guidance for us. Today, when kids born, their parents decide they want to be an engineer or a doctor. They start dreaming about what career their children should take. And unfortunately, in our country, we have a very peculiar problem. If you look at the Telugu-speaking states, okay, we have to call 2 states now. 1 year back is a different story. So Telugu-speaking states have a peculiar problem in the country. We have 250,000 10 plus 2 students, but we have 300,000 engineering seats here. So everybody who completes 10 plus 2 and managements of engineering colleges, they are running after students to get into their colleges. We have a peculiar problem, actually. And when we did our schooling, as I mentioned, I passed with 51%. And then we have no option to go to school. and I went to school in Vijayawada. And that was a big change for us. Moving from a village of 10,000 population to a Vijayawada was a big cultural shock for me at the time. Then I did complete intermediate there. I failed in maths. So I had to, then I was thinking why I failed in maths. Then I got a little bit more unhappy and maybe a little bit more courageous. I said I will do the study second year once again. Then I passed with 63%. Okay, good. From 51, I graduated to 63%. I was very happy. My parents were also very happy. They didn't realize and question me that I did intermediate 3 years. That is a separate story. So they, as I got 63%, they were very happy. Then after finishing my intermediate, I want to go to college. We live just opposite to the Amravati in the two sides of the river Krishna. So it is very easy to go to Amravati. So we had to take a boat, go to Amravati. Then I went to, for sure, I don't want to take maths as a specialization because I was a horrible student in math. I want to take physics. I was walking to the office room and I want to pay fees for a BSc in physics. Those days, BSc has its own specialization. So I want to take physics. I saw my sister's friend walking towards me. I said, what specialization are you taking? I said, I want to take physics because I hate maths. I said, physics teachers are very bad here. Don't take physics, take chemistry. So I took chemistry. So it is not a planned decision to do a chemistry in BSc. It's a very, I would say, serendipity that I did BSc in chemistry. Then we have about 50 students from our village in that college. So I was very eager to participate in some elections. So I participated in elections in second year. There was a terrible defeat. And on the same day, my second year results were announced, and I got 100% marks in chemistry. That was the highest marks in the university so far. So I was very happy for getting good marks in chemistry. I forgot my defeat in the elections. That was a, see, why I'm saying this is, when we born in a different environments, each one of will get different opportunities. So if you, there are two ways to live. You plan very well, try so many things, and succeed in few. But in life, what I've realized, problems to knock door until you open the door. But whereas opportunities knock only once. So you have to grab opportunities, convert them into realities. That is where I was very successful in my career. I'm not worried about too much of planning and these management jargons and all. I will wait for opportunities and convert those opportunities into realities. And I used to work in a very big pharmaceutical company. Maybe I'll continue my education journey, that is maybe more interesting. So I finished my BSc, and interestingly, I got 73% marks in BSc. So I'm very happy that I'm not going down, I'm only getting high marks. Every year I'm improving. Then I went to MSc. That was another cultural shock. Until my BSc, I did education in Telugu medium. When I went to university, everything was in English. So the technical terms and the language was a bit surprise. So that year I decided to write only 3 papers, not 4 papers. So because I want to prepare more, so I wrote only 3 papers. And when they announced the marks, with 3 papers, I got the highest marks in my section. And I completed my MSc. I got 83%. So my percentage is going every year. And then I did PhD there. I went into a job interview at Ranbaxy. And while joining PhD, I also got married. By the time I finished my PhD, I have 2 kids. And when I went to interview at Ranbaxy, he was a general manager. He was asking, this is very small salary. How you manage? You have a family, you have 2 kids. And my kid is, I don't have any, my boss at that time doesn't have kids. He is very old, but he doesn't have kids. So he was telling me, how you manage your kids? I think how I manage my family is my problem, it's not your problem. If you want to give me job, give me job. So I went into a pharmaceutical career at Ranbaxy, and then I came back to Hyderabad. And in 2005, we started this company called Laurus Labs, where we focus on innovation. Every third employee in our company works in R&D. We created an enterprise with no revenues in 2005. I hope this year we will get to 2,000 crores. So we were the fastest growing pharmaceutical company in the country. Here, when they gave invitation, your management said this year topic is heal the world. So at least I would like to spend few minutes on heal the world. So no speaker spoke about heal the world. At least I'm fortunate that I can speak about that. See, I strongly feel if you want to heal the world, first you have to heal yourself. If the society become healthy, then world will become very healthy. And in Puranas and all, they were talking about Panchabhutas. Sky, light, fire, air, water, and earth. These are the Panchabhutas. So our well-being all depends on these Panchabhutas. So you should live in an environment which is not polluted, sound pollution, air pollution, water pollution. We are living in a world where there is a lot of pollution. Actually, there is a mind pollution also these days. So we have too much of data available in the world. So everything is polluted. Our thoughts are polluted, water is polluted, political scenario is polluted. We live in an entire polluted environment. So you get rid of the pollution, you heal the world. Then you heal yourself. I feel healing should start from individual. And we also do some nutraceuticals. I always believe to heal, one has to take care of two things. One is mind, and second one, I believe, what we eat. In the future, healing should happen through what food we eat, rather than what drug we take. So we have to change our food habits also. So we have to move from burger, pizza culture to sprouts and organic food and all. So ultimately, we need to change our food habits, change our thought process. Then we change how we live and how we behave. And when every 50 new colleagues join in our company, I speak to them and also tell them the value of time. Maybe it is very appropriate for the students here to know how to measure the value of time. When Nagaprasad sat next to me, I was asking how many holidays you give for the school. He is kind enough to tell me they work only 40 weeks. So you get 12 weeks holidays. And if you calculate in 40 weeks, you have only 5 days working. So you work only 200 days out of 365 days. I mean, you come to school 200 days out of 365 days. And you can, I'm sure each student will take at least 15, 20 holidays, unannounced holidays. So you come to school only half of the days in a year. So you take half of the year holidays, and you come to school only half of the. So please remember, that means it is only 50% you come to school. And you sleep 8 hours, at least 8 hours. I'm sure the parents will know how many hours kids sleep. So at least 8 hours you sleep, and 8 hours you spend in the school. So you take 16 hours, that is 2/3 of the day. Then you have another 8 hours. I'm sure commuting will take another 2 hours. So you are only 6 hours. And see, this is very amazing. If you remove these hours, so you will understand how many hours you spend really on your future. So you have only 6 hours left. That is only 25% of the time. I'm sure none of the kids will read 6 hours a day. Because I never read 6 hours a day, maybe 2 hours a day, unless there is no new movie released in the town. Otherwise, we used to go to movie. So you have only 6 hours to frame your future. So out of 6 hours, let's give some weightage to the students. So they read half of the time very well. So they read 3 hours. So out of 24 hours, they read 3 hours and they go to school 1.5 of the time. So if you average that to entire year, they read 1.5 hour. But please understand why this is very important. You spend very effectively 1.5 hour every day. That means that 1.5 hour will shape the rest 22 hours in your life, how happy you live, how successful you will be. Because these days, we are living in a very convergent world. When we graduated, we don't know what is telephone, what is a computer. My first computer has a 270 MB hard disk. And today, there are computers with a terabyte. So forget about 270 MB. 270 MB of office are a old culture, oldies. So nowadays is cell phone coming with 4 gigahertz processor. So today's world has changed significantly, and from 5 days cricket match, we went to 50 over 1 day match to 2020 match. I'm sure we'll discover 10 over match also. The people are expecting more, people are expecting faster, people are expecting cheaper. Not only these three, people are expecting everything now. So the e-commerce culture also changed how we live in the society. So my advice to the students is excess of everything is bad. If you read it too much is also bad. If you do sport too much is bad. So you should have a proper blend of what you do, and you should spend time on what you like. And as Somi mentioned, you should choose your profession where you add value to yourself, you add value to your family, you add value to society. And in one of the graduation speech, Steve Jobs attended as a speaker, he mentioned 2 things to the audience: stay hungry, stay foolish. It looks very odd to stay foolish and stay hungry. Why he said stay foolish is that means you learn more. You don't pretend that you know everything in the world. So stay foolish means that you are open to new ideas, you absorb new ideas and get to a more matured person. And stay hungry means you know the value of your surroundings. So only beggar knows the value of food. And if you order 2 dishes and you take one and throw the next, we don't know the value of food. So these 2 are very important for the kids here. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And I wish you a great education and great career ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your very candid and thought-provoking speech. We request our chairman, Mr. Nagaprasad, to present a memento as a token of appreciation to the chief guest, Dr. Satyanarayana Chava, for his gracious presence here on this occasion. Thank you, sir. We invite the Vice Principals, Ms. Hema Chenupati and Mr. Prem Prakash Sahu, to kindly give the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It is indeed a privilege to present the vote of thanks today. Thank you to Dr. Satyanarayana Chava for gracing us with this at this occasion and agreeing to be the chief guest. And I think he is very happy to be here. From his speech, we could make that out. We also are very thankful to the parents for being here and supporting us wholeheartedly. Thank you definitely to the admin department for making all the arrangements and making everything so successful today. A huge thank you to the teachers and mentors of Oakridge International School, Newton campus, for helping us showcase the talent of our students. And a big thank you to the students themselves for being such wonderful kids and making Oakridge the place it is today. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, Hema. I wish you a wonderful 15 years founder And I would just go back in time 3 years from now. We had a wonderful exhibition. I thank the children, the teachers, and the parents who visited, supported us through this time to make it successful. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am. We request you to kindly take your seat in the audience and enjoy the cultural events. We request the dignitaries to take their seats in the VIP enclosure. Thank you, and enjoy the fabulous array of events lined up for the rest of the evening.
We extend a special and warm welcome to our chief guest for the exhibition, Ms. Chandrika Chalasani. She is the principal of Kangaroo Kids Preschool, Banjara Hills, and has been a very supportive Oakridge parent. She is a staunch believer in imparting education that ensures integrating values and ethics with academic knowledge. She was also a part of a group that traveled 20,000 kilometers that traveled 20,000 kilometers over 65 days along the Silk Route across countries like Burma, China, Russia, Poland, Germany, France, and Morocco, spreading the message of